Hello and welcome to the News at 10. My name is Gloria Sabo and with me here is
Mimsala Desaya.
On the news today, Nigerian Institute of Journalism students involved in fatal accident. Ogba community laments on the issue of bad road. On entertainment, Super TV CEO Michael Usifo Ataga murdered by 21-year-old lover. And on sports, Okon George patients qualify for Olympics.
Thanks for joining us on today's show. We begin today with the recurring factor troubling the minds of many Nigerians, the state of insecurity in the country. With the heightened level of insecurity in the country, it is a sober moment for Nigerians as banditry and terrorism threatens the nation's very foundation. Public affairs analyst Razak Olukoba shares his opinion on how to curb insecurity in the country.
What we are witnessing is particularly peculiar. Insecurity has its own pattern, and from what we have seen in Nigeria, there are 5 major levels of insecurity in Nigeria, and that makes it more dangerous. Even within Africa, in Sudan, there's the southern and the main Sudan. They are facing insecurity of identity, breaking up of country. In Mali is insurgency, and in Egypt, all over the country, they are combating one major form of insecurity or the other. You go to China, there's a section of China who wants to pull out of China. There's a Hong Kong issue. India, there's a Kashmir crisis. In Europe, in Spain, there's a Catalonia crisis who want to pull out of Spain. But in Nigeria, as we talk about insurgents, talk about bandits, we talk about kidnappers, we talk about abduction, we talk about people who want to leave the Nigerian Union. So these are 5 major levels of insecurity in Nigeria, and it's been too much for Nigeria. The earlier we pay attention to this, the better. 90% of people who are involved with insecurity are the Nigerian youth. We have about 170 million Nigerian youth based on the last statistics, and it shows clearly that only 10% of them are gainfully employed. The remaining roam the streets for employment, and that is where the insurgents, the criminals get recruited for what they are doing. So to remove insecurity from the country, we must also remember that the pool of unemployed people are responsible for what you are witnessing in the country today. So the first line of supply that they have on a constant basis is the youth. So if we don't invest on the exuberance of the youth, a nation that doesn't invest the exuberance of the youth to production, to manufacturing, to research work and all sorts of livelihood, you face what you are facing in Nigeria. You can't go to Russia and ask a young man or a lady to be part of a particular insurgent. It's contributing to the production of Russia. You can't do that in Canada. But because in Nigeria, there's no such venture where our youth look up to and say that I am proud of being in Nigeria. So they are lured into all these menace. The responsibility of a nation is to cater for the youth, is to provide for the youth. If you don't cater and provide for the youth, they will take initiative. And part of the initiative they are taking is what we are witnessing today. If it's not curbed, we are going to have a nation that is traumatized. We are going to have a nation that's a particular SAIC, because the culture of violence is in our youth already. And if you build a nation along that line, we may lose our nation.
NIJ introduces TV and Film Academy. In a bid to provide proficiency in all areas of mass communication, the Nigerian Institute of Journalism introduces the Institute TV and Film Academy. The TV and Film Academy offers courses in cinematography, screenwriting, acting, amongst others.
The Nigerian Institute of Journalism is currently running a 3 to 4 month program known as Film and TV Academy. The academy programs are film directing, film sound production, screen editing, screen acting, television production, and cinematography.
Journalism has a dual heritage. One, it's a professional institution. 2, it's an academic institution. As an academic institution, we have a professional heritage, and that professional heritage gives us the platform to organize bespoke program in every area of mass communication discipline. And one of it is the film and movie industry, film acting, script writing, and every other thing that is related to that particular.
Jay has just introduced his Film and TV Academy, and I believe that's a right step in the right direction because cinematography, film production, directing, acting, and courses in that space are becoming something that is very important and people want to study. So for NIG to be doing that, it's going to increase the application of students into the school. It's also going to help the school raise more income and profits, and in the end, it's going to build more awareness for the school. So once again, I believe that it's a right step in the right direction.
To register, visit www.nijtvandfilm.com or you follow us on Instagram, NIJ Film and TV Academy. I am Christiana Okomai, reporting from Pen Radio TV.
A national diploma two students of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism (NIG), Ms. Shoyeye Elizabeth Tolulokpe, is hospitalized as a result of a fatal accident she experienced at College Road, Ogba, Lagos. Colleagues, friends, and well-wishers are soliciting for funds of about 400,000 naira to commence a surgery process at National Orthopedic Hospital in Ilobu, Lagos. Our correspondent in the field has details.
We are here live at National Orthopedic Hospital, Lagos, where Nigerian Institute of Journalism students have been seen going to visit Ms. Shoyeye Elizabeth Tolulokpe, wishing her speedy recovery.
Wọ́n á pè mí pé ó l'accident lọ́jọ́ Saturday, so wọ́n láti sáré wá síbẹ̀. Wọ́n gbé lọ sí Ìfàkọ̀ General Hospital. From there, wọ́n ti gbé wa wá sí Lut ní last week ní Ìkẹjà. From Ìkẹjà náà ti wá transfer wa wá sí Igbobi College. So I dey need help because owó tó fẹ́ gbà ó pọ̀. So accident yẹn pọ̀, ẹsẹ̀ ó já. Orí ẹ̀ bíbà náà ó ní injury ń bẹ̀ àti bíbà àti injury ẹ̀ bí ní irùngbọ̀n ẹ̀. Ìgbọ̀n ẹ̀ náà ní ó ní wound ẹgbẹ́ wọ́n stitch everything ni. So a ṣì wà lọ hospital báyìí, ìnáwó yẹn ó pọ̀.
On Sunday morning, she called me. She said she's in the hospital. I said, what's going on? So the way she was talking, I thought maybe she was joking. I told her to call me back. So she called me back. I said, what happened? She said she's had an accident. I said, how? How come? Where are you going? She said she's going to school. But she said she was in Ifako General Hospital first. Then they let her transfer her to Ikorodu Hospital before they now bring her to Bobi Hospital. Getting here, I'm seriously shocked. And let me see, her health is not even good at all. I feel pity for her. Please, she's in serious pain right now. She's in serious pain that I can't even talk about. And her injuries is too much. She's in serious pain.
As we have heard from her mother, the mother of Miss Elizabeth Tolulokpe and her classmates, Miss Tolulokpe is in severe pain and she needs immediate help. Hospital authorities have been contacted as to what can be done to improve her situation, and they provided a solution. A financial help is needed for Ms. Tolulokpe to get back on her feet again. Ajayi Olajumoke, reporting for NIJ Pen TV.
Our thoughts and prayers are with Ms. Tolulokpe.
Absolutely. And now in economy, Nigeria's economy recovered from recession, which was due to the fall in crude oil prices and containment measures to curb the spread of COVID-19. Many Nigerians have tilted to running POS businesses in order to earn a living, which will in turn boost the economy. The point of sale POS is one of the few lucrative business options that is thriving even during a retrogressive economy. In an interview with some POS operators in Ogba, they review why many are opting for POS and how it reduces the effect of a depressing economy, creates jobs, and aids survival. However, this POS business has spread across Nigeria to cater for the needs and fill the gap of unemployment by Nigerians, and mostly the youth.
Nigerians are facing some kinds of difficulties from one angle to the other, ranging from insecurity, inflation to major fuel. These challenges have adverse effects on the economy, which constantly affect the lives of citizens. The point of sales, popularly known as POS, has been one of the thriving businesses in Lagos, Nigeria. Most Nigerians use this business as a source of income.
My name is Olale Konjubu Dada. You're asking about the POS business in this state of economic hardship. What brings up new idea is when something becomes hard, that's when you think of new thing to do. And the what brings about the business is just the concept of entrepreneurship that says you identify problem and you solve the problem by setting up business. So you can see people have series of challenges sending money at odd hours when bank have closed. No, it's not everybody that can actually have that patience to queue in the bank. So that's what brings up the idea of the POS business. And the business is going, all the business have their peak period. So when it is peak period, when we have more transactions, we make profits. And when it slow down, we manage it like that. Sometimes we make gain, sometimes it's small, sometimes it's low. Anytime it comes, we just make sure that we don't have loss, because if any slight mistake in the business, it becomes loss for you, and that is negative aspect of the business, and people are not trustworthy in that aspect. When they do transaction for you, they tell you they've sent a particular amount to your account, probably because of network issue that happen once in a while, you release cash to them, and some of them will do fake transfer that will not come. So that's loss, which we always try to avoid. That's why we don't trust anybody with the business.
Many Nigerians in this POS business have seen it as a lucrative job that youths can venture into and make a living out of it. I am Bamidele Olamide, reporting live from NIJ Pen TV.
Social media, WhatsApp, as a tool integrating business. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, which affected many businesses in 2020, many business owners are utilizing the WhatsApp platform to carry out their business activities. Speaking with our correspondent, many entrepreneurs express how WhatsApp makes business transaction and communication easier.
Well, for me, when you talk about WhatsApp, I feel all students are active e-commerce, you understand? People tend to showcase what they do by posting on their stories, you understand? Share things that people are actually in need of. I actually appreciate the fact that people do that. At least it's like a close or door-to-door vendor where you can just check on your friend's story and tend to feed your eyes with one of the things that you did. And who knows, man, they'll buy one of the things that is important. And most times they could be affordable. The save you the stress of going far to work, getting maybe on the island and all that. But it could still be another reason too. At the other time too, it's too expensive.
I feel posting on social media, it's like posting on WhatsApp, it's like the most easiest way in handling a business or in doing a business, because there you have a lot of people that will be interested and those that will not be interested, and it's like a means of survival for people and a means of like sponsoring themselves to school and everything. So I feel it's normal, and these days, this century, that people don't even go to market to get stuff again. They are always in their house, order online, and they brought them in their house. So I feel like it's very, very easy and it's very, very nice. It's like the easiest way of buying and selling.
Road users of Ijayi Ogba, Lagos, expresses their grief towards the bad condition of the road, especially during the rainy season. In an interview with frequent Ijayi road user and business owners, they expressed disdain for the deplorable condition of the road, which affects the flow of businesses.
Users of Ijayi Road in Ogba community of Lagos are expressing their grief towards the bad condition of the road, especially during this raining season. According to Michael, a frequent road user and businessman, he expressed how the state of the road, especially during this rainy season, has affected him and his business.
This is my road, whether seller or not seller, this way I pass. It will be a different issue. It will be a different total, let me say, a different problem to us. Everywhere that is everywhere to have a problem. At times when rain falls, you enter some shops. At times when it's falling, we close entirely the road. That if you build the road, it's not a battle, not that if you appreciate government improvements.
Commuters, especially Okada riders, explain how the road during this rainy season has affected their daily activities. Some say it is the duty of the government to repair the road, while some think it is the duty of the Hard Bureau.
I don't know what they happen for this area. Anytime they collect money for people, why they do Okada police. So what they happen, why other than she want to go for me, I see over than government want to go. I don't know who want to go.
You stop business. Therefore now, you cannot put your leg here. Everywhere will be scattered. As you can see, it's just like you are inside the water when they fall now. Even as we stand here, and stand like that. So the road will stop business. We want the government to come to the road for us. If the government to do the road for us, we will be so much happy.
Commuters, especially Okada riders in this area, are seeking for government intervention by helping them in repairing the road. Yaya Miriam reporting for penradio.
President Muhammadu Buhari banned Twitter in the country after the company deleted a tweet where it threatened a brutal clampdown on the country. According to number one polls, nearly 20% of Nigerians' population are active users of Twitter, and most Nigerian businessmen and women use Twitter as a major platform for their businesses. Economist Mayokun Elo reviews the effect of Twitter ban on businesses and the economy in general.
Twitter is a social media. Though it's a private organization, but the impact is universally felt. It's one way over time that people have learned to communicate within seconds. And young people, being innovative as they have learned to market their businesses, do transactions, communicate effectively using all these tools of social media. And Twitter is one of the frontline media within that regard. So what we find is when we ban Twitter, at least officially, most of the businesses that are transacted using that media are not able to compete. Some people, youth of these days, some people tell you I do Facebook, some other people tell you I use Twitter, some use Instagram. It's only a handful of people, or not many people, that use across board. So for those who primarily rely on Twitter, when you ban Twitter, just like that, you stopped their businesses. Fine, Twitter is making money from adverts of the things that are put on their social media, but it's a two-way traffic. When you put things on social media, the person who puts it benefits. The social media platform too also benefits. So in government trying to punish Twitter for maybe infractions, proven or unproven, they unwittingly punish the people, most especially the young people who transact business using that platform. Youths, some of them have tried to migrate to other platforms. I saw a data somewhere where they said maybe at least 2 billion naira is being lost on a daily basis to the ban on Twitter. And how they calculate this is they look at how much comes in terms of internet commerce, social media commerce at a macro scale, and how much of this is attributable to Twitter. So people are losing money. It's not only Twitter. In fact, the day after that ban was done, the share price of Twitter surged. The implication of that is that Nigeria is less than 1% of the value of whatever it is they are doing. So, but in our own economy, we have a fragile economy. We are the one losing more. So, on that note, I will appeal to government to put their house in order.
Now over to Indamola Olukutan for the entertainment news. Welcome to entertainment segment. I am Indamola Olukutan. Shalimor releases new single, student, entrepreneur, and a singer, Oladepo Olushola, popularly known as Shalimor, releases new single, Far Away, which means do not compare. She revealed the song was inspired by the fact that guys compare ladies, which hurts their feelings. Shalimor believes that every woman is unique and should be treated as such.
Shalimaga, my love far away, my love far away, my love far away. You know I'll be far away, yeah, yeah. My love far away, my love far away, my love far away. You know I'll be far away, yeah.
Super TV CEO Michael Ataga, murdered by University of Lagos student Chidinma Adora Ojukwu. The Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Hakeem Odumosu, has officially briefed the press on the case of a 21-year-old student, Chidinma Ojukwu, who allegedly killed the Chief Executive Officer of Super Television, Michael Ataga. According to the police, Chidinma conspired with some other persons who are currently at large to carry out the crime. The prime suspect, Chidinma, who had earlier booked for the apartment on the 13th of June 2021, secretly left the apartment after the deed had been done about 1:30 hours. The suspect was tracked and arrested in a residence. During the search, the prime suspect was caught with a blood-soaked cloth, ostensibly worn on the day of the incident.
The first one was both. The first one was twice. For instance, the first one on the next side. That was the first one. And then when I started doing the first one twice, I threw the knife on the bed. Then he was going for it while I went for it. So while I laid on the bed, that's when it came on me to hold the knife, and that's why I managed to stab him with the knife. And then when he dragged the knife from me, he managed to slice my hand. And then as he was holding it, the knife broke. So it slipped off from his hand. I still managed to hold to it. But then it was now quick. And then fell on the floor.
In a twist of events, she has seemed to retract all her earlier confession during Ayabami on Sports News.
Welcome to Sports News. I am Ayabami Oladuni. Patient Okunjo qualified for the Olympics. Patient Okunjo has showed excitement after qualifying for the Tokyo Olympics at the final phase of the qualifying round at the Abatek Stadium over the weekend in Lagos. The event also featured other athletes touching down at the Abatek Stadium for their various qualifying matches. Patients had earlier strengthened the country's hopes of qualifying for the Tokyo Olympics after storming to a season's best of 3 hours, 26 minutes and 83 seconds at the Lagos State Open Athletics Championships at the Teslim Balogun Stadium last month.
Yeah, they should just watch out for us because we are going there to put our best. We are going there to run. It seems we put ourselves together by working extra hard for us to go here with good mind and good health. We are going there to push to our great country Nigeria that we are good to go, and we are coming back with a love by the grace of God.
Very good. Now, so before this race, tell me, how was the feeling now with you guys, teammates? How was the preparation? How was it like?
Man, we were somehow down, ups and downs, because this race would have come up earlier by 1:50, but after the warm-up and everything, they said, oh, the race will go back to the last event of the day. We were like, our mind was down, but at the end of the day, after the 4x1 main, we had to let go everything and go there to improve ourselves to win. Especially to our new president, because he has spent a lot and we have to make him happy.
Do you think you guys are under pressure?
No, like I always tell my team that you should not go to the track with pressure, because if you go to the track with pressure, you're definitely going to run nothing. Free your mind, run what you need to run, just be focused and execute your race, and the good one will come.
This is all we have for you on sport. Back to Gloria and studio.
Thank you for staying with us. This is an overview of our headlines today. Nigerian Institute of Journalism students involved in fatal accident. POS now retreading business. Ogba community laments on the issue of bad roads. On entertainment, Super TV CEO Michael Ataga murdered.
And on sports, patience upon judge qualify for the Olympics. Thank you for staying with us.